Hi, I'm GNT and today I'm here with super talented Megan Abel. What are you going to take us through today?
Today we're going to go through some basic sword techniques, our chops, blocks and strikes.
Brilliant.
Hi, so today we're going to go over some basic sword chops and blocks. Now to start off with, before we do anything with the sword, we need to work on our stances. Now when I'm doing my chops, I go into a basic front stance like this. Now I'm going to show you quickly how I would do it. So I go from here and I switch stance. Now, for those who don't know how to do a front stance, how we're going to do it is we're going to start with our feet together. I want you to bring your legs shoulder width apart. So I'm going to bend my front knee, straight my back leg. Now you don't want your leg too far out to this side. You don't want it too narrow here, because if your feet are in a straight line, you will be off balance. So think to yourself, bend your front knee to the point you cannot even see your own toes. And you're going to put your back leg, remember shoulder width apart, back leg straight, back foot diagonal in this position, okay? Now to transition from each one, all we're going to do is we're going to go to this position. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my hips as fast as I can and step my back leg to the side. So from here, switch. Same again, switch as fast as you can. We don't want to be doing over-exaggerated big steps, because then as well when we're doing the sword, it takes out the speed. So from here, fast, switch, switch. Okay, so moving on to actually using the sword now, the first thing I'm going to cover is how to actually hold the sword. Now, as you can see, you have your handle here and the guard here. I'm going to hold my hand, one hand, my dominant hand, at the top here, and my non-dominant hand at the bottom. Now that means you have a lot of control over the sword. If you had both hands at the top, you wouldn't have the same amount of control, and same if you had both hands at the bottom. So one hand at the top, one hand at the bottom here. Now the top hand, when you're doing any strike, is the pusher, and the one that's not dominant is pulling the sword. So as you can see when I'm doing any strike here, this one is the push and this one is the pull. There you're getting your strike, momentum, power and the whip of the sword. And if you don't have a sword at home, you can use a stick or a bokken. We're going to do the same technique. So we're going to go into our stance. We're going to bring the sword or your stick up to your shoulder. We're going to cut across at this angle. Now the biggest issue a lot of people have is when they go from here, they do a big swing. Okay, we don't want to be swinging it, we want it to stop at a level above our knee here, okay? We don't want to under chop either, because obviously if it was realistic and we were actually fighting, you wouldn't under chop, because you wouldn't actually be doing anything with the sword. So you're going to go from here, cut across to your knee. Now if we're going to do it a little bit faster from here, chop down, okay? Remember, you need to keep in that stance. So from here, when I want to switch, we can do it in two ways. The first way, we bring it up to our shoulder again and cut across, switching our stance. Or, if we want to make it a little bit more difficult, from here we're going to bring it over our head in a circular motion and chop down to here. Now, when we're from this position, one of the things people forget is which shoulders to get it to. Now, all I think of is whichever shoulder I go to has got to be the opposite to the direction I'm going. So from here, I bring it up to this shoulder because I'm going that way. It's the opposite shoulder. There. Same again, across, switch. Okay, now remember, if we want to do the advanced version, here, over our head, back onto the shoulder, it would have been going on anyway, cross. Now when we do that fast, I will show you, chop, 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 chop. Okay, so moving on from our basic chop, we're not only going to start at a lower level, we're going to try and adapt the height of each technique. So from here, we don't have to always go down, we can go to a middle level and to a higher level. So I'll show you a quick example. So from here, I can go mid, then I can go up high. Now, the difference is instead of going up onto my shoulder, I'm going to go to the side of my shoulder here. So I'm going clean and horizontal. The difference is you need to alter the angle of your elbow. So when I'm here and across, when I'm going up, alter the angle of elbow to come up across. Now, the reason we do this is so when we're doing routine, we've got a lot more variety. Rather than it be all the same level, it makes it up a lot. So I'm going to show you from different angles. So from here, across, we've done these ones. Now, middle, remember, side of your shoulder and across, side of your shoulder, across. When we're going up, same thing again, don't overcomplicate in your head, across and up. Same again, across and up. Now, I'm showing you different sides, and if you can do both sides, when you do want to do it in a routine, you've got a lot more opportunities and difference. So when we're doing it from here, there, I'd probably only actually do low, middle, high, or high, middle, low, etc. Don't do both sides. all the time. So it's here 1, 2, 3, and sped up. 1, 2, 3.